Hey, what's up, y'all? Coming at you guys once again. Teddy Tez Varsity Squad Football Pick'em. This will be week 2 for the college football season, and it'll be week 1 for the NFL football season. Finally, y'all, it's here. Big boys play football. College football is like Thanksgiving at the kids' table. I mean, it's still good food. It's all the same food, but there's nothing like the NFL season kicking it off. Great games this upcoming weekend, but nothing bigger than doggone first game of the season. Denver Broncos versus the Carolina Panthers. Intriguing. And I'm gonna give you my thoughts on that specific matchup later on down the line before I give my predictions. So first and foremost, let me give some shout outs to the first time players in the NFL Pick'em Varsity Squad. I got 3 different groups going on. One is I call it the Mothership. That's got the 100 players in it. So shouts out to the first time players in that league. And then of course I got a smaller league. It's about 25, maybe 30 people in that league. And so I want to give a shout out to those first time players. And then last but not least, I got a really small intimate group, about 10, maybe 12 people in that group. But I want to give a shout out to all those people who are playing with me in my group, Teddy Tez Varsity Squad, for the first time. And of course, want to give some love to all my people that have come back, returned, playing with me again. Some of you all have played with me since day one. It's been this will be our 16th year. So some of you have played 12 years, 14 years, 13 years. So again, let me give you some love. So welcome everyone. Should be a great season. Looking forward to it. But listen, before I get ahead of myself, we did have a week 1 college football this past weekend. Awesome games, man. USC straight up got smoked by Alabama. Listen, that quarterback, if you saw him for Alabama, I think his name is Jalen Hurts. That dude is a gamer. So he might be the first legitimate dual threat quarterback Alabama's had in a very, very long time, maybe at all. So if they can get past Ole Miss, who's been a thorn in their side the last couple of years, I really don't see anybody beating Alabama through the championship. So with that being said, in our college pick'em pool, we got about 80 active players in there. I had a few folks that missed their picks for last week, but the person who actually came in first from last week's pick'em for college goes by the name of Playoffs. Anyway, Playoffs. Nice job on your picks. I think he had about 338 points, and his overall record was 20-10. Not too shabby. Did way better than I did. I think I ended up 15-15. I had 200 and some odd points. Did horrible, but Playoffs did a really good job. So congratulations on your win. Week 1, that's how you kick it off. So since this is the first week of the NFL Pick'em, nobody to shout out just yet. Now, normally with these picks, if you watch my videos over the last couple years, at the end, I'll give a top 10 of each group. So of course, I'll run a top 10 for the college, just so they can be reminded of where they fared during the season, if they want to look back at the videos or refer to that. But with me having 3 groups for the NFL, what I'm gonna do is actually do a top 10 combined. So if you happen to be in the smaller group 3, and you happen to have more points than people in the Mothership and the medium group, then you're gonna be ranked in the top. So again, I think I have about 150, maybe a little bit less, of total people. Now I've got people that play in 1 group, 2 groups. Actually, a couple might even be in all 3 groups. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the score from the Mothership, and that's how you'll rank in the top 10. So for those who play in both groups, I'm gonna take your score from the Mothership, but I'm gonna include everyone who's in all the Varsity Squad groups 1 through 3, and that's how I'm going to figure out my top 10. So don't worry about the tiebreakers. They won't worry too much. But as far as the winnings for the Mothership, all that stays the same. The person who wins first, second, and third, I'll still shout you guys out like I normally do. But as far as the top 10 is concerned, at the end of the video, I'm gonna have you all ranked accordingly. So even those who are not on the Mothership can still see how they rank, how they stack up with the rest of the group. So looking forward to doing that. Again, welcome you all to Teddy Tez Varsity Squad, the best pick'em group on the planet. A lot of folks advertise, say they're the best. They can't hold a candle to this, cuz. Anyway, so without further ado, let's talk about the games coming up this week. Now, let's start off with the Denver-Carolina game. Denver Broncos, Super Bowl champions. If you watched the game, and most of you did from last year, Denver's defense was stellar. but there were a couple of things that actually contributed to that game coming out the way that it did. Of course, the defense held their own, but Cam Newton, they were getting ready to turn a corner. I don't know if you guys were paying attention to that or not, and they lost one of their receivers. I think Philly Brown went out with a concussion, and he was taking the lid off that defense. I'll be honest with you. So listen, I think this year, with all their players back, Kelvin Benjamin included, Carolina might be a better team. Denver, defense still intact, no Peyton Manning. Listen, I think Trevor's gonna do great things, but Thursday night, honestly, when you're picking these games, I always say this, you can't go with the team that you want to win. You gotta go with the team that you think will win. Enough about all that. Let's get into this. There you have it, y'all. My predictions, Teddy Ted's solid 5 for NFL and college. Listen, college, I did horrible last week. What I should have did was what some of these college teams do, and pick a cupcake, for the first game, so I could just set the tone for the next week, make some easy picks. But I kind of went in hard. I tried to go with what I thought was best, but it's all good. Teddy Ted's Varsity Squad. Hopefully, you'll do better than me. Well, actually, I don't want you to do better than me. Enjoy the football weekend. Be safe. Football is back, y'all. But with anything in life and in football, whatever you do, whoever you choose wisely. Peace.